Alrighty guys, we're back for some Grixis Reanimator, and this is a Brothers War Standard Brew. We're going to go over the deck, then hop right into some Ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Also, we do got that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got in the build here? This one's based around Olivia Crimson Bride and Body Launderer. This was actually a suggestion down in the comments of one of my recent videos to play these two cards together, so thank you so much for the suggestion. So Olivia is a 6 mana 3/4 Flying Haste legendary vampire, and when Olivia attacks, you return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. It gains when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. And Body Launderer is a 4 mana 3/3 with Death Touch, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, Body Launderer connives. Okay. When Body Launderer dies, return another target non-rogue creature card with equal or lesser power from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, what ends up happening is if you have a way to get rid of Body Launderer on your turn, you can bring back the Olivia that maybe you discarded earlier to something like a Fable of the Mirror Breaker, right? You bring that back, you swing on in, and then you can bring back the Body Launderer that you just got rid of with the Olivia ability, which is really cool, huh? Or maybe you don't want to bring back that Body Launderer right away because you have something more powerful to bring back, huh? We have two Tyrant of Kier Ridges in here as well. This is a 6 mana 4/5 flying dragon, and when it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to any target. And then for a red mana, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Very cool dragon, guys. A very cool one to bring back with Olivia too, because then you just have these two huge bodies swinging in the air as well. Holy cow, huh? We also have a Toxrill here on the top end to bring back with Olivia as well. But in a deck like this, guys, we have 26 mana. It's not going to be unheard of to just cast out these huge creatures too. So 7 mana, 7/7. Do I have to go over Toxrill? We do see Toxrill often, don't we? I should go over it real quick though. Yeah, 7 mana, 7/7. At the bottom there, you can pay a blue and a black to sacrifice a slug to draw a card. But at the beginning of each end step, put a slime counter on each creature you don't control. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 for each slime counter on them, and whenever a creature you don't control with a slime counter on it dies, create a 1/1 black slug creature token. So Toxrill can really hold down like a soldier board state really well, huh? Like soldiers need to get rid of Toxrill immediately. Also, something else that works really well against soldiers in this build is Drag to the Bottom. We have 3 of them in here. We might want 4 of them, honestly. Azora Soldiers has been ripping me apart, guys. I keep bringing it up. I don't think I've won a game against Azora Soldiers in weeks, and I mean that. So maybe Drag to the Bottom can help us out a little bit. 4 mana sorcery with Domain, and we're rocking some triomes in the mana base just for this card. So each creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is 1 plus the number of basic land types among lands you control. So we're rocking a couple Raffine's Towers in here, even though we have nothing to do with the white source. It's just for Drag to the Bottom. And a couple Proving Grounds as well. Nothing to do with the green source. It's just for Drag to the Bottom, huh? Of course, the 4 Xander's Lounge too, but I mean, this is a Grixis build, so... We have some extra legendary vampires in here as well to work with Olivia's bottom ability. We have a single Evelyn and a single Henrika. Now, Henrika is a 4 mana 1/3 flying, and what's really nice about Evelyn and Henrika is they can both be brought back with Body Launderer as well. Speaking of the Body Launderer again, guys, I forgot to bring it up. It only takes 1 successful connive to get this to a 4/4 that can successfully bring back the Tyrant, which is a 4/5. So that's pretty insane, actually, huh? Anyways, Henrika's a 4 mana 1/3 legendary vampire with flying. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Each player sacrifices a creature, you draw a card and you lose 1 life, or you transform Henrika into Henrika Infernal Seer, which is a 3/4 flying death touch lifelink. Excuse me, guys. And for 1 and double black, each creature you control with flying, death touch, and or lifelink gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That's actually really good, huh? And since we have all the flying in here too, and also like Body Launderer has that death touch as well. Yeah, Henrika's awesome. Evelyn's the one that we don't actually see too often. This is a 5 mana 2/5 with flash. And when it enters the battlefield or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it. And then once each turn, that includes your opponent's turn, you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability you controlled, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. So that's pretty cool. So if your opponent ends up like killing off Evelyn and you end up bringing it back with Olivia, then all the other stuff with collection counters also works as well, like that you brought back earlier or that you exiled earlier. So yeah, Evelyn's an awesome one. What else do we got in here, guys? Well, we got a couple Rona's Vortex, a couple cut downs, go for the throats, and a single Abrade, all for some good early removal here. Abrade hits things like Reckoner Bankbuster, which is super important. And that's actually one of the honorable mentions, guys. I mean, this is definitely a mid-range build, so Reckoner Bankbuster should probably make the list. I just couldn't find room for it today. It helps us like keep up with other mid-range builds too, so hopefully the Abrade will be enough, huh? We have 4 Bloodtithe Harvesters. It works with the Evelyn ability, but it's also a Grixis build, so Bloodtithe Harvester of course has to make that cut. And the blood tokens can help us discard those late game creatures to eventually bring back with the Body Launderer or the Olivia as well. So also it kind of acts as early game removal too, which is awesome. A single Battlewing Mystic in here, a 2 mana 2/1 with a kicker of red. It has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, you discard your hand, then draw 2 cards. I'm curious to see if this is actually going to do anything today. We have a couple Liliana of the Veils and a couple Ob Nixilis, just 2 powerful planeswalkers that are probably going to do a lot in here. Already talked about the 4 Fable of the Mire Breakers. Yeah, of course this has to make the list, right? Is that everything, guys? There's actually a lot packed in here, but I don't think it's going to be a complicated deck to play, actually. I think overall it'll be an easy one. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe it is more complicated than I'm thinking. But yeah, another honorable mention, guys. Lord Xander could be an awesome top end for this build. It's another legendary vampire. I do think Toxrill's a lot more powerful. And honestly, I think that this Tyrant is more powerful too. But yeah, since it is a legendary vampire, it's definitely something to consider for the top end. Okay, in the mana base, we are rocking a Crucible and an Abandoned Mire. Have a single island, a swamp, a mountain, a bunch of dual land that I thought about for a little while, so hopefully I landed on something good here. Either way, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, and see how we do. Alright, we'll see if we can get right into that first match today, guys. One of the big things... Oh, here we go. Okay. One of the big things I'm excited for this deck is actually just the drag to the bottom. I'm really thinking we might actually want 4 of them right out the gate. I think it's going to put in a lot of work. Okay, yeah, this is a fine hand. We have a little bit of early removal here. We have our Fable of the Mire Breaker on turn 3, a ton of mana, but we could also keep Crucible of Defiance back if we keep drawing more mana too. So yeah, I think this is fine. Nothing to hit with the Olivia right now. Did the opponent mulligan? Uh-oh, yeah, down to 6. Okay, soldiers, okay, drag to the bottom right away. We need it. We need to see it, guys. That's pretty funny, though. Get the Haunted Ridge down, because we're probably going to use this Abrade early, too, and I don't want to take an extra damage from the Springs when it comes time. And I want to save Crucible if I have to. Oh, also, we drew a go for the throat, which is good news. Oh, no, the Thalia right on time as usual, guys. That's brutal. Oh, no. Okay. All right, Underground River's coming down. We could get the Battlewing Mystic to at least block the Officer. Might just be a Brutal Cathar right away. Yeah, I'm gonna get this down as a blocker. We still have to take the 1 damage though, so we might as well have just taken the 2 damage from the Officer, right? No. Yeah, if we can actually take out the creature, then that's good. At this point, we want to hit Thalia next turn. and then go right into Fable on turn 4. But yeah, the Thalia really puts us behind. Although, if we can just last long enough to draw that drag to the bottom... Should we block here? Nah. We held back the swing from the officer. If it was a Cathar, they would have played it to get the 4 damage through. Another Fable. So I guess the Abrade is better, and we should probably... Oh man, they have 3 mana open, guys. Do we just wait until their turn? I guess. I don't know, man. No, I don't want them to draw. I'm trying to think of what Azura Soldiers runs as far as protection. I don't think there is anything, unless this individual is running some protection, which I guess wouldn't surprise me. It would make sense to have something. Oh, they can return. Okay, we don't see Sentinel every day, guys. Good addition, opponent. And then that gets a... Okay, so Battlewing Mystic blocks there pretty nicely, and unfortunately the Thalia is safe and gonna drop next turn. Might have a 4 mana Fable on our hands, guys. Brutal Cathar takes the Mystic. They swing for 5, and we are in some serious danger. Go for the Throat could hit the Cathar, and we'll still have that blocker in the air then, potentially. Body Launderer is pretty good. Man, I can't believe how much that Thalia can really hold a person back, huh? I mean, I believe it, but you guys know what I mean. So, if they have 3 in the air and we have the Body Launderer to block on the ground, that might actually be better than just taking out the Cathar now. No, we're just gonna hold it all open, and here's... Crap, nighttime, guys. Crap, what have I done? Oh no. Oh no, I forgot about nighttime. Okay, so what I wanted to do was trick them with a little bit of a combat trick here. Take out the Cathar and then block with the Mystic after they swung to take out 2 of their creatures successfully, but nighttime exists. Oh, and now we can't successfully block in the air anyways. Oh no, oh, next draw is gonna be drag to the bottom, don't worry. Don't worry, guys, drag to the bottom's coming. So go for the Throat, hitting the Brute, we still take the 3, we block in the air, and now the Battlewing Mystic doesn't hit the Sentinel because it got buffed with that. So, call me crazy. Ah, what the heck, yeah, if we don't draw a drag to the bottom next turn, we're dead anyways, so we might as well block the Officer and take the 4. This is bad, guys. This is very, very bad. Xander's Lounge, no! Well, let's go ahead and get the Body Launderer on the board, and down to 1 we go. Oh, down to 2, we had the Haunted Ridge. Good game, opponent. These soldier builds, guys, they're brutal. I just got done saying before the match that we probably want 4 drag to the bottoms for this exact reason. Even then, it would have been 5 mana because of Thalia, which means our Go for the Throat would have had to hit Thalia for us to successfully draw the drag to the bottom and actually play it too. So yeah, even if we saw it, it would have been a 5 mana card. Oh, jeez, guys, those are brutal, huh? Let's hop into the next one. I hope we get to do something fancy with the reanimations, actually, too. Instead of just, like, being on the run the whole game. Even up against, like, mono red, though, like, we're gonna be on the run, huh? We gotta figure something out. No, not necessarily. Mono red doesn't have the Thalia, and so our cards and our removal become a lot cheaper. And so we get to get things down like the Fable early on, which helps us filter and find things a lot better. Helps us ramp too. Yeah, wow, I can't believe how much Thalia can hold a deck back, huh? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we go first here. I think this is fine, huh? We'll do the same concept with the Haunted Ridge here in case we draw like an Abrade. Yeah, wow. Look at that, huh? Now we don't have to take the red damage if we use the Abrade right away. Uh-oh. 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 Wait, what are you? Oh, we should definitely hit that. This is an artifact build, guys. Yeah, we should take that out as soon as possible. Although, we could have just played the Liliana too. But I guess it's better to get the Fable down. And they don't know we have blue in here yet, but the blue is pretty much just a splash anyways, so... If we play the Proving Ground next turn, they're going to think we're playing Jund. Okay, Thran Spider. Xander's Lounge is good. Okay, we'll ditch the Toxrill. Actually, we might be able to ramp into the Toxrill quite nicely here. No, I don't want to swing into the Thran Spider. What am I saying? Let's actually find some stuff and go a couple turns playing Triomes down. Bloodtithe Harvester, that's good. Probably just going to play the second Fable, though. Okay, we should probably do Xander's Lounge. Actually, let's take out the Thran Spider. Get a swing, get some ramp with the Shaman. That sounds good, too. Reflection is going to flip next turn. Mightstone and Weakstone going to draw 2, probably? I don't think they -5/-5 the 2/2. Oh, they do. That makes sense, too. They don't want us to ramp too much. Second Bloodtithe Harvester is excellent, honestly. Probably should still play the mana. And we should honestly... We should wait to plus this because we're about to play everything out. We're going to start with Fable. They're tapped out right now except for the Mightstone and Weakstone, so we should get stuff on the board so before they can, like, drop a bunch of counter spells and stuff. And yeah, we wait to plus the Liliana because I'm fairly convinced whatever we draw we're going to be able to play next turn, so... Cityscape Leveler! Wow, that was fast! Holy cow! Yeah, get rid of the reflection before it can start doing fancy things with the Harvester. Okay, well at this point now I really wish I would... Oh, good, we drew another Liliana. That's so good. Except they can always bring this back with Unearth for at least one turn. I'm gonna decline. I like this hand. So, I guess we start with this, go -2, right? Keep this one. Sacrifice a creature. Oop, there we go. Got a good swing here. Gonna play the Harvester as well, the second Harvester. Since they're tapped out, might as well just get it out of the way now, right? Pretty good, guys, pretty good. So they can always unearth. Portal to Phyrexia gets rid of all 3 of our creatures. Oh no! Oh no, guys. Go for the Throat doesn't hit things like Cityscape Leveler. They're gonna start bringing stuff back with the Portal. We got rid of our Abrade earlier when we killed the Ageless here, so that's not good, huh? Let's go ahead, use a blood token, see if we can find something better. Fable, okay, Fable's good. I'm just gonna play it. Have them discard here, but whatever they discard, they could... Let's see here. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield. I forgot that I dropped the Toxrill earlier. They reanimated our Toxrill, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there had to have been a better way through here. I'm just gonna take the 8 for sure. Yeah, they want to get rid of the Liliana because that would have been able to -2, get rid of the Toxrill, and then yeah, we'll ditch that instead of going for like the cycle. Oh, all right, we'll actually do blood token instead of cycle here. I don't know exactly what we're searching for because ooh, but they took our Toxrill, guys. No. This is brutal, man. Ah, jeez. It's still a good flyer in the air. We get a Bloodtithe Harvester. They're just gonna kill on the ground. And since I got rid of... I mean, there's no reason not to play this. Unfortunately, it's just like heavily leaning towards the opponent now. Let's get another extra treasure before this dies, and then copy the Harvester with the reflection, which could be pretty cool here. They block the Harvester for sure. Oh, we might be able to successfully take out this Toxrill, guys. Huh? -4. Oh, they get to bring it back though, don't they? Yeah, they just get to grab it again. So yeah, I guess overall that didn't really matter. Well, we tried. Either way, the token was gonna die too, so doing that, like, literally it was the same as doing nothing, so. Olivia gets the -1/-1. Both of these end up dying. We could draw something. Maybe. How do we deal with this portal to Phyrexia? See, I used that Abrade too early. If I would have held that back, we could have potentially gotten rid of that portal. So I don't mind the Harvester here. But if we could find something else big, then that would be the best bet. So let's see if we can find something else big. Yeah, because playing the Harvester isn't that bad. And then bringing back another Harvester with the Olivia isn't that... Well, I mean... Yeah, if we could find something big... If we could find our Tyrant, actually... Oh, Evelyn. Evelyn's pretty decent. Gotta save Reflection as a blocker for next turn. I guess Evelyn ends up being a surprise. Or Bloodtithe Harvesters in the grave, guys. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Evelyn could help us find more removal, and if we can find spot removal for the opponent's turn, like after the portal activates. Okay, so they end up chumping with a 1/1. Sure. So there is something to be said about getting Evelyn down before the Bloodtithe Harvester comes out. But I do like saving Evelyn as a surprise still. I don't know, I guess... So Olivia still has one more turn before it dies to the slug counters too. Tough decisions in this match, guys. Because, yeah, we could have seen a lot more when that Harvester comes back, but next turn it'll do the same thing as long as the Evelyn doesn't die. Ugh, except they're drawing a ton of extra stuff here. Ah, that feels awful that they're playing with our Toxrill. How dare you, opponent? It's pretty awesome, though. Bring back a Thran Spider, sure. When do we want to drop the Evelyn is the question. Like, when... Because if we had 2 Abrades, I would have already done it. But we only have the 1 Abrade in here, so... Okay, another Thran Spider comes down. Okay, okay. I guess, okay, another Thran Spider comes down. Sure. So all of those have reach, which is probably enough to stop us, no matter what. Because they can stop a dragon now pretty well. Wow, they didn't swing. Do I want the counter on the Evelyn? I guess I should have done it. Crap, I should have done it before the Toxrill activation. Ah, what the heck. This is another one of those where it's now or never moments. Because yeah, Toxrill really just can lock down a board, and the fact that we were able to get rid of it once, but they could immediately bring it back. Yeah, so what we wanted to do. Okay, Ob Nixilis, okay. Oh, we could have put the Evelyn on top of the slug counter activations, huh? That could have worked. That could have worked. I was scared I was going to miss my opportunity to play the Evelyn now. If I would have put a stop at the end of the opponent's end step, would that have worked? Oh, a new Olivia. That's pretty good. We actually don't have a lot of mana, do we? So if we play the new Olivia, swing in the air, the Thran Spider blocks well. The Ob Nixilis isn't enough here. I think it's... Oh, jeez, guys. Find removal? Question mark? See what we hit off the Evelyn. See what we find off the Evelyn. I like having the other Olivia in hand. See, no removal. Okay, well... Still 6 mana available here. Like Relic of Legends. Okay, the Bloodtithe Harvester might stick around. Nope, they do end up blocking with the Thran Spider to kill it too. And they get rid of the slug for the Toxrill draw, right? So, if it would have stuck around, but they know we have the Ob Nixilis. They can see the cards exiled with the Evelyn. As far as I know, I'm pretty sure they can see these exiled cards, so... It doesn't say anything about hiding it or anything fancy, so... They didn't want us to be able to sacrifice that to the Ob Nixilis. We can only play one of these two, so... The Olivia being a 0-1 is pretty rough. I guess we just end up playing the Ob Nixilis without the casualty, because the Evelyn sticks around for a little while and can block their onslaught of spiders. So, if we just get more blockers to survive a little bit longer, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe some of this damage will go over to the Ob Nixilis too. And yeah, we keep the Olivia because there's still like a small chance. Oh, that's right. Alright, well, we can get rid of at least this spider. That's right, the devil instantly dies because of Toxrill's incredible ability. It kind of works out, though, because, yeah, we are at 12, and so if they go wide enough, they can really get pretty insane here. I can only imagine that a concede would have been in hand after the Toxrill was taken from us, but at the same time, you guys know I like to play these out as well. And you never know, we could get there, but if the game does go on for too long, obviously I want to get as many games in as possible, so... So once the second Olivia hits... Oh, they can take our Olivia now that it died, too. Oh my goodness, this is brutal. So they can actually bring back Thran Spider too. Oh, opponent, this is a full swing if I've ever seen one, buddy. This is a full swing. We are forced to block the Toxrill. And everything else hits through. Oh, they get to get the Urza Planeswalker as well. Man, we've been seeing this Urza Planeswalker a lot. Yeah, this game could have gone a lot of different ways, huh? A lot of different ways. Another game, too. We really got to talk about the 4 drag to the bottoms. Hey, cool addition, opponent. Very cool addition, actually. Yeah, might as well give Olivia the reality chip. It's pretty cool. Full swing. Full swing. Full swing? Opponent! I'm forced to... Opponent is playing the very, very long game here. They're even swinging at the Ob Nixilis too, so... I mean, hey, if we have a chance to draw a drag to the bottom... Yep, no blocks. Goodbye, Ob Nixilis. You tried. You did your best, buddy. Toxrill bringing Evelyn down to a -1/2. That's pretty good stats. Drag to the bottom. It hits for 5. It doesn't hit the Toxrill, but it hits for 5, guys. So obviously we want to play a card with Evelyn first, and it's probably just going to be a land, let's be real. I mean, Relic of Legends is pretty cool too, I guess, but unnecessary. I think we just grab the land. Well, we have all these Power Stones. We might as well play the Relic of Legends with the Power Stones. So what's really rough is just the Portal of Phyrexia being able to do everything that they need every single turn. So even though we hit so well here, they can just immediately bring the Olivia back again. And it doesn't hit the Toxrill either, so it's a great draw, but it still doesn't do too much here. Sacrifice a slug, draw a card. And then they do create 1 slug because of that. The reality chip comes back too, so... and then next turn they bring the Olivia back, and they still have an Urza Planeswalker over here. It's a really good draw though, let's be real. It's great to see the drag to the bottom there, and it really cleaned up that board state too. Gonna let them play this out because this is actually the final turn. As long as they actually grab a creature that can do 1 damage. Which I'm assuming they're going to. It's brutal, man. Oh, very different game if I just played the Abrade out later. Or if we had 2 Abrades, huh? That's something to consider. Opponent! What have you done? What have you done, opponent? What have you done? Why? What is the opponent doing, guys? They didn't swing. At this point, they're just having fun, right? We should probably just concede. But now I want to see what's on top, because I'm kind of having fun too. This is ridiculous. I'm just going to see what's on top of the deck, and then... But now they don't have a blocker in the air. And they killed the Toxrill, which means we could get the Toxrill on the... My brain, my mind, what's happening? I think they're just having fun, right? They have a blocker on the ground for the Toxrill, though. Oh, we needed that. We needed that. This is ridiculous, guys. This is ridiculous. So now we swing at face, force a block with the Ageless into the Toxrill, or do we swing at Urza? I guess we swing at Urza. If we have a chance to kill it, we swing at Urza. Bring the Toxrill back to you. And then target their face with the Toxrill. This is insane, guys. Because on their turn, they can bring back the Olivia from my grave. They're down to 3. I'm epically confused. The only explanation for this is the opponent's just having a good time playing some cards, slapping some fun big old chunky cards on the board, right? They're down to 3 now. At least we got our Toxrill back. That's cool. But, like, they gotta have something. They have to have more removal, anything. Cityscape Leveler. Bankbuster, draw a card. Yeah, they have 7 cards in hand. They have the Might Stone. Do they have 7 mana? Yeah, they do, because of all the Power Stones. Man, I'm so bad with the Power Stone. Like, there's something in my brain that says, like, oh yeah, Power Stones, they can't do anything, but they obviously can. They can do so much, right? But it seems like I forget that often. So now they can -3 twice to clean up this board state. Yeah, they have to just be having fun with us, which it feels a little silly that I stuck around. I apologize, guys. Hey, if you're ever like, Red Cat, what the heck are you doing still in this game? There are always chapters down at the bottom of the video that tell you where the next game is and everything. So if you guys ever want to skip ahead, feel free to, absolutely, because I always stick around in matches when maybe I shouldn't be sticking around in matches. But overall, I have a good time playing Magic too. I have a good time watching interactions with cards and everything as well. And so sometimes you only get to see really fancy interactions and like these really prolonged games as well. So it's nice to see. So they can untap Thran, they can untap Olivia and a land. Are they? Okay, they're back up to 7 because they gained life there. There's so much we could have drawn that could have potentially been good. But at this point, we can bring back the Evelyn back and see if we can draw some spot removal. So I am going to play this land. We're going to full swing at the opponent's face because there's no way we can actually kill this Urza Planeswalker. And Evelyn's going to come back and we're going to see if we can find some spot removal here. Evelyn is also going to swing at face. More land. Oh! We actually got to see, So what had us exile twice from this? Evelyn entered, so we exile the top card. Or another vampire enters under your control. What had us see cards twice from from earlier. Earlier, guys. Yeah, those were the lands from earlier. That makes sense. Okay, they get blocks. We get a bunch of 1/1s here. This has to be one of the most absurd games, and... What is this? Okay, they're going to draw off Bankbuster. Okay. So we'll choose, like, creature, I guess, right? I'm going to play Sten for sure, if we can. Like, if we can do it, then we should do it. And then I guess we choose creature. Oh, we can't choose creature. It says other than creature or land. So I guess sorcery would be... We have a lot of planeswalkers too, though. We'll go planeswalker. I'm not sure it matters too much here. We could draw off Toxrill. Could do that on their turn too, though. Okay, yep, so Sten is just an extra creature right now. Oh, man. You guys will have to let me know if you're enjoying this match or if you're not enjoying the match because it looked like the opponent could have won. I can't tell if they missed lethal or if they were just playing with their food. I can't tell if they're the actual cat here. Either way, I don't know, man. This feels like a game of, like, you know, kitchen table magic where you're just having fun playing it out anyways. Just, again, seeing the interactions with everything, it can be pretty cool. Are they, like... They didn't exile anything. I guess we'll block on the ground and take 3 in the air. Kind of forced to take the 3 in the air, so... Alright, blue and a black. Ditch the slug. What an insane game, guys. I hope we have time for one more. Cut down. Woo! Okay. Well, we do this at instant speed. Take care of the reality chip. Well, we should wait to see if they play anything else, because they totally could play something that's better to hit. -10. Again. Artifacts and planeswalkers you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Destroy all non-land permanents. Well, crap. Kind of forgot about that too. So those gained indestructible as well. So if I wanted to take out the reality chip there. Okay, one more draw. We'll give it to the opponent and then try to get one more game in. Yeah, I don't think there's a way through. This is tough, man. Like, I don't want to leave, but we definitely have to leave. Like, the opponent is down to 16 cards. They've officially drawn 13 more cards than us, which actually isn't as many as you'd think for this game. It really isn't, huh? Wait, did they -10 this the last time too? Was that what they ended up playing? I'm kind of forgetting. It's been such a long game that it's like, actually, you know, this pilot is probably better to hit than the reality chip. So let's hit the pilot, and they keep everything open because why not? They probably have a ton of instant speed stuff in their hand. No counter spells though this game, so thank you, opponent. Props to the opponent's deck for not running counter spells. Rona's Vortex, that'll do it, huh? Oh my goodness, that actually could have been pretty good. That actually could have been really good. We're giving it to them, guys. We're giving it to them. It's been too long. They're back up to 11. They continue gaining life, and at this point, I'm relatively certain that they are just playing it just for fun. I had fun though. I hope you guys had fun. Remember, always remember the chapters down at the bottom. If you're like, Red Cat, get out of this game for the love of God, right? Then just, yeah, skip ahead, use those chapters, right? Let's try to get one more game in, and hopefully it's a fast one. Just a warning now, if it ends up being a longer one, then we will end up just giving it to the opponent. Guys, we're still sitting in gold because I have literally been getting destroyed in every single video. I apologize for that. Like, we have been getting absolutely obliterated for the last couple weeks. So what I got to do is I got to go ahead and make some form of a competitive deck to go ahead and climb back up to platinum real quick. I just didn't get the chance to do that just yet over the last couple weeks. So yeah, some gold gameplay for a little while, I guess. Yeah, we got the Rona's Vortex open. This looks like some mono red potentially. Just based on like the pictures and everything. Ooh. Fancy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep the Abrade open here. We have Fable. That's a terrific draw, thank goodness, huh? This could be, is it artifacts? We've been seeing so many artifacts that it feels like Go for the Throat isn't even worth playing recently, but overall, okay, Reckoner Bankbuster, we should kill that. We should hit that. Hopefully, using my one Abrade doesn't bite me in the butt when Portal comes down, huh? Okay, take the one for Fable. This is good news, guys. We get to get rid of one of the Tyrants and keep one in hand. We could get rid of both, but I can't completely rely on my reanimations. And yeah, we're going to hit 6 mana pretty easy if they don't get rid of this 2/2. Oh, wow, an Olivia. Wow. You know what? I might actually ditch that Rona's Vortex just to look for something to play this turn, too. Hopefully I don't regret that decision either. Nice, nice. Wow. Okay. So, is it worth getting Ob Nixilis down this turn? Or do we just want to ramp, or try to ramp with the Goblin again next turn too? I'm actually going to go Sulfurous Springs, because this could be a Make Disappear, and we're going to attempt the Ob Nixilis here. Even if it is a Make Disappear or another counterspell, then at least we get the copy of the Ob Nixilis. And yeah, getting this down this early just seems really good. And since Proving Ground isn't an untapped land, an untapped land off the top would also just, that would be such a good draw. It really would be. Okay, we'll get a 1/1 on the board. We'll plus the Ob Nixilis. Now the deck is operating, guys. Now we're doing a thing. It feels good going first there, too. Yeah, an untapped land would be just incredible. I mean, if we can play Olivia, bring back the Tyrant next turn, that's disgusting. A Braid? Sure. Oh no, are they missing mana? I think they're missing their land drops, guys. Oh, Body Launderer, that works too. Well, next turn the Olivia can hit then. And I will get that 1/1 back. Go plus here.
My goons will make quick work of your punishment is my entertainment.
Yeah, we have just an incredible lineup here. Just an absolutely incredible lineup. And then Ob Nixilis is just a bully. I'll take the 2 damage instead. Oh, so we'll save the treasure, right? Make sure that we have the 6 even if we don't draw one. Oh, they found their 3rd. That's good. That's good at least. So now they can try to keep open like a Rending Flame for an Olivia. They don't know we have Olivia though, but they could keep a Rending Flame open for next turn when we do drop the Olivia. Oh, Brotherhood's End hits everything. Oh, buddy. Woo. That is rough, man. All right. Hey, we're going to get rid of Bloodtithe Harvester. Oh, did we choose the order of the Connive and the bottom ability? Could we have chosen the order of these to have connived first and then grabbed that creature? Yeah, Brotherhood's End pulls the opponent right back into this game. We do have a ton of damage here, 11 damage though, so. But they definitely pulled themselves back into this game, period, right? If they do anything even similar to a Brotherhood's End to wipe this board state again, Rending Flame, the Olivia, gets rid of the Tyrant, and we'd have to play the other Tyrant from hand then. Good game, opponent. Hey, thank you for just sticking around even after missing the land drop. Like, I really do appreciate that, because we got to see what the deck was supposed to do, which was kind of awesome. We didn't get to see, like, the combo with the Body Launderer, but it was a fast one. It was a good one. We saw the deck do a thing. I really appreciate that, so thank you. Grixis Reanimator. Here's the deck list, guys. Whew, watch out for the Brotherhood's End, huh? That could have been terrible. Yeah, they could have easily, like, had we not had the Olivia with the Tyrant, then that could have been very different. Speaking of Olivia and Tyrant, guys, this is really cool. This is like maybe a small top end to like a different Rakdos build as well. Did we get to see the Grixis side of things do too much? Not really, but it's still worth it because of the drag to the bottom. Like, yeah, you could make this Rakdos, but then you're probably cutting drag to the bottom, because if you're going Rakdos, then you don't want like the mess of triomes just for the sake of the domain here, and so you're probably rocking a different board wipe too. That's probably more expensive, and if you're going up against those Azora Soldiers builds as much as I'm going up against them, then playing like a Burn Down the House for 6 mana when they drop their Thalia is a very difficult thing to actually pull off. So drag to the bottom in that case is actually just a little bit better, especially when you're rocking a majority black in the deck too, right? We got double black in Henrika, drag to the bottom, Body Launderer, Liliana. We have early removal that requires the black mana between cut down and go for the throat. Speaking of which, guys, we probably want 2 Abrades, just because, you know, it does act as that early removal against all those aggressive decks, but then it does deal with all those artifacts that are being played right now. I would drop a Rona's Vortex and go up an Abrade. Rona's Vortex is a great way to deal with a lot of things, though, and we've been seeing a lot of AO the Dawn Sky, too. Rona's Vortex, with the kicked cost on that, is beautiful to just banish that AO to, like, the bottom of the... and anything that, like, dies or anything like that, right? Has a death effect Rona's Vortex deals with, but I think we'd be okay at 1 of the Rona's Vortex and going up in Abrade. I think that would be fine. And then just having like the splash of blue in the mana base is 100% okay, because we use it for the Toxrill. We can use it for the Evelyn, but mainly that drag to the bottom domain is what it's in here for. Didn't really get to see Battlewing Mystic do a thing, but it almost did a thing where it blocked really well, but then they did find their buff for their wide soldier board state, so it didn't do a thing. And then we didn't see the kicker do a thing either, but in that middle game where we were out of cards, then the kicker cost on the Battlewing Mystic would have been insane, so that's something to consider for sure. Yeah, this was a tough one, guys, but a lot of my matches recently have been really tough, and I know you guys have been saying, like, yeah, the meta's crazy. It really is. It is incredibly difficult. I can't believe all the powerful cards packed into Standard right now, and the decks are just, yeah, they're insane, man. They really, really are. All right, hey, I hope you had fun today. I hope that middle game... hope that middle game wasn't too long. Like I said, always look for the chapters down at the bottom if you think that I'm just sticking around too long in a match. Definitely feel free to skip ahead, guys. Somehow I keep forgetting to mention it, but we do got that 2023 sub goal. It's set all the way up at 5,000, but we have a whole year to reach it. And I believe in you guys, so if you want to help us reach that goal, then please consider subscribing. Okay, hey, if you made it this far, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.